Alright, good morning, and welcome to another one of my videos. So, if you remember a few weeks ago, I talked about going to Comic-Con for the very first time, and talked about meeting the celebrities and the experiences I had with that. Well, I'm going to do a video kind of similar to that, because I managed to get a ticket to somebody to a Star Trek convention, and I thought, seeing that I got a ticket, I might as well go. Definitely would be an experience. I mean, for one, it's the 50th anniversary of the first episode of Star Trek. And in addition to that, for this 50th anniversary, William Shatner was going to be there. So I definitely wanted to go there, see if I could meet William Shatner. So I went, and although not as extensive and as big as Comic-Con, there was still some things, to see and to buy there. Like Comic-Con, a lot of people did kind of come in costume and were doing the cosplay thing. In fact, there was even a cosplay contest going on. And, in addition to that, they had some celebrities. Now, William Shatner was there, but with the exception of him, all the other celebrities were from Star Trek The Next Generation. Like, you had, you had LeVar Burton, who, played Geordie LaForge, who's also in Reading Rainbow and on Roots. You had Michael Dorn, who played Worf. You had, although I forgot his name, but you had the guy who played Q there. You also had the woman who played Dr. Beverly Crusher, and the woman who played Counselor Deanna Troi was there as well. So yeah, it was, really cool to see all these celebrities. And then they also had the celebrities come up on stage and kind of give a speech. They did a question and answer. William Shatner got up there. Mostly he talked about like space and the new discoveries and all kinds of, interesting things like dark matter and all that. So, just like fascinating stuff that, they're finding out about and, discovering in science right now. But so, yeah, it was definitely an interesting thing to do. And of course, when I was there, I went to get a ticket to get a chance to meet William Shatner. Now, I've often been asked, and, here's kind of the age-old question, right? Kirk or Picard, right? Kirk or Picard? Which do you prefer? And I was thinking about that a little bit, and that's really hard to say, isn't it? I mean, if you asked me that question in the 90s, I think I would have said Picard, because at that time, I was a bigger fan of Star Trek The Next Generation. But now that I've gotten older, that I've seen more episodes of the original Star Trek, I really kind of appreciate the campiness and the nostalgia that the original series had. I really appreciate that a lot more. In the 90s, that meant nothing to me. But now the nostalgia of that first series, means more to me. I like it a lot more now than I did back then. But, so yeah, it'd be hard to say. I think in the 90s I would have said Picard. I think maybe now I would say Kirk. And, it would be great to meet Patrick Stewart, too. Don't get me wrong, Patrick Stewart's, great actor, done a lot of different things, X-Men movies and all that. But William Shatner as well. I mean, William Shatner, we are talking about, a true television icon here. I mean, William Shatner's career on television is pretty much as old as television itself. I mean, he's 85 years old now, and he's spent decades on, TV, doing some movies, but, a lot of TV stuff. And, he's been fortunate to actually be on a few, hit series. In addition to Star Trek, was it T.J. Hooker? He was also on Boston Legal. And there's one now he has. I actually don't know the name of it, but I know it's with him and Henry Winkler. But, so, even at age 85, he's still going strong and, still very mentally sharp. So, I got in line. I went to go meet him. And when I'm waiting in line, I'm like, I can't believe I'm going to meet, such a legend. So then I get up to him. And, I kind of turn into the fanboy, so to speak. I'm just like, oh, I'm in awe to meet you. I'm just a huge fan. I'm just in absolute awe to meet you right now. And then he kind of said something that sounded very William Shatner-like. He looked at me and he went, "You're what?" "You're what?" Yeah. And then I'm like, oh no, please, please God, don't let this turn into an awkward moment, please. But then I'm like, yeah, I'm just in awe to meet a legend. And he goes, oh, thank you, thank you. And I go, I also really liked you in the documentary The Transcendent Man by Ray Kurzweil. I didn't expect to see you in there. He's like, oh, thank you, thank you. So it turned out good, it turned out good. William Shatner was cool. You never know when you meet people. William Shatner's a very cool guy, but, you just never know. I mean, I've heard, people meeting Michael Jordan, and it not turning out that great. Michael Jordan has a reputation of not really being a very great guy. I think that's kind of common knowledge by now. But, when I met William Shatner, like I said, very, very cool guy. It was cool to meet him, and I do have my autograph that I got right here. As you can see, there he is. There's the down below the Star Trek Enterprise. He signed it right over here. And yeah, he was probably signing tons and tons of autographs all day long. He was signing all kinds of stuff. I mean, people were bringing in shirts for him to sign. People were bringing in record albums for him to sign. In fact, he also did perform a song, in the style of what can only be called Shatner, where a band will play and he'll basically do his William Shatner style talking. I don't know what you would call that. And the only thing I think you could call something like that is Shatner. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. That's all I really wanted to talk about. I did go to this Star Trek convention. It was my first time going, and yeah, I liked it. And I definitely liked the fact that I, got to meet a television legend in the process. So, yeah, if you've watched this video, again, as always, I thank you for watching. And if you want to, don't forget to subscribe as well. Thank you.